Good morning. This is Scott Fletcher.
Good morning. This is Joe Bennington.
Yeah, good morning, Commissioner. How are you, sir?
How are you? How are you this morning, Mr. Chairman?
Doing just fine. Excited to jump into another agenda when we're ready to go. How about yourself? How are things?
Mr. Chairman, just
Yeah,
a moment. I
doing
don't have any
fine.
audio.
Yes, we'll sit tight.
Okay, I believe I can hear you now, sir. Time is 10 o'clock. Commissioner Pennington, are you with us?
I am.
Okay, very good. So, Mr. Chairman, time is 10 o'clock. The meeting's recording, and we do have a quorum, sir.
Very good. Thank you. I hereby call to order this meeting of the Arizona Boxing and Mixed Martial Arts Commission. Today is Wednesday, July 19th, 2023, and the time is 10 a.m. Would those commissioners in attendance please identify themselves and state as to whether they are here in person or via telephone or via Google Meets?
This is Joe Pennington. I'm participating via Google Meets and telephone.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm Scott Fletcher. I am here via telephone. Let's press on to B, our new business. B1 is pursuant to ARS sections 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604 for persons over the age of 36. The renewal license application submitted by Mr. Cesar Barraza for a 2023 professional boxer license. Mr. Vella, can you speak to Mr. Barraza's application, please?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Barraza has a record of 3-1 and 1. It's been some time since he competed. He last fought in 2018. However, I did receive videos of him training and sparring currently. And excuse me, there seems to be some. Just a moment. So I did receive videos of his sparring and training, and he seems to be in great shape. He did submit all of his paperwork timely, and I say that I do recommend his approval.
Thank you, Mr. Vella.
And before I forget,
yes, go ahead.
so I do have his training regimen documented here as well. He trains Monday through Friday. He starts his day early, 5 a.m. He runs 4 or 5 miles. He says then he works full time. And at 7 o'clock, he works out again at Rodriguez Boxing Club. He says that his evening workout consists of a warm up and stretch to start, and then he shadow boxes 3 to 4 rounds. He jumps ropes 3 rounds. He hits the punching bag for 6 to 8 rounds, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays he does the mitts, and on Wednesdays is the sparring days. He says typically 4, 6, or 8 rounds, depending on the partners that are available. He says that every day at 9 o'clock when the gym is closed, he runs another 5 or 6 miles. And Saturday and Sunday are just his running days. He does not work out in the gym.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Vella. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts about Mr. Barraza's application?
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed the paperwork submitted by Mr. Vella, and I do see that Mr. Barraza is on the line with us. Maybe we could have Mr. Barraza chat with us for a few minutes and indicate what his plans are.
Sure, that would be great. Mr. Barraza, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Commissioner Pennington, questions you might have for Mr. Barraza?
Mr. Barraza, it's been some time since you last fought. What kept you from being competitive for those several years?
The reason that I've been off for that time is because of my work. I'm going, actually right now, I'm working on north side of Phoenix, and the gym with Mr. Rodriguez is in the south side. So that's why it gets sometimes difficult to me to make it on time. But now lately, I'm just managing myself, and I bring some people to work with me, so I'm having more time to go and join on my regular workout.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your answer.
Thanks.
Mr. Barraza, this is Scott Fletcher. Question, any concerns about
Yes.
making weight?
No, I think that I have the perfect time to make the 185 that they asked me for September 9. So I'm on the track right now. The way that I'm doing my workout, I'm on the track to get it in the weight for that time.
Okay, great. Thank you. I have no further
Mr.
questions.
Chairman, if I might.
Yes,
What
please.
is your current weight, Mr. Barraza?
Excuse me?
What is your current weight? What is your walking around weight right now?
I'm about 220, 23 probably.
So that's about a 35-pound weight cut in just a couple of months.
Yeah, in about 47 days. Yeah. When I'm doing my regular workout, one in the morning and at night after workout, I'm dropping easily about 5 pounds per week. And I don't feel weak. I don't feel any weakness or something that I'm thinking that is not going to be safe to fight. So I'm still on the track. The last time when I fight with Fidel Hernandez, it was exactly the same weight that I drop, and I make it. Actually, I make a pound and a half down the way that they ask.
Okay, well, we're very concerned about fighters making weight on the day of the event. So just know that in the past, when fighters have not made weight, they have not been allowed to fight.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind as you go through your training regimen.
Yeah, I keep in mind.
Very good. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you,
Chairman, I have
Commissioner.
no further questions.
Okay, I agree wholeheartedly with you. It's a big cut, Mr. Barraza. You've got lots of time to get it done, obviously, but we would hope you get out in front of that thing so there's no last-minute cutting necessary.
Yeah.
I too have no further questions. The chair would be open to a motion if there is one.
Mr. Chairman, I move that pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604 for a fighter over age 36, that we grant a renewal license for Mr. Cesar Barraza for a 2023 professional boxing license.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have a motion. I am going to second that motion. We now have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Congratulations, Mr. Barraza.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. Item B2 is pursuant to ARS Section 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604 for persons over the age of 36. The renewal license application submitted by Mr. Chad Davis for a 2023 professional boxer license. Mr. Vela, please talk to us about this application, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Chad Davis is 44 years old. He has a record of 6-17-1. I will note that Mr. Davis has this year he's competed twice this year already in Georgia and in New Mexico. He had a split draw in his earlier bout this year, and then in his last bout he did lose by TKO in the 6th round. Now, as far as his training regimen goes, he says that his training sessions last up to 3.5 hours every day. He trains Monday through Saturday, spars 3 times a week, 8 rounds. He runs 5 to 6 miles every night, and he does 30 minutes of swimming for conditioning. And he said for his upcoming fight, he feels great and confident in himself. He says he just came back from a fight in June that he believes he won, but the outcome, and I'm quoting him here, was from a cheap shot that changed everything. He says he has no injuries whatsoever to report. Now, I do recommend Mr. Davis's approval, but I will note, Mr. Chairman, that seeing as though he did have a KO and a TKO, his knockout was in November of last year, and his TKO was in June of this year. I will note that obviously this fighter's safety is paramount, so we'll be paying close attention to the matchmaking as well. I'll just state for the record that, and for Mr. Davis's knowledge, that should he lose by TKO or KO again this year within 12 months from November, so between now and November, that he would be subject to a minimum 6-month suspension, okay, pursuant to R19-2-D601G. So again, I do recommend his approval, and just for everybody's knowledge, we will be paying close attention to Mr. Davis moving forward.
No,
Thank you, Mr. Vella.
Can I say something there, sir? Is it
Please,
okay
Mr.
I can
Davis.
speak?
Thank you. Go right ahead.
Now, my last fight I just had back in June. I fought a former champion who fought Ortiz and who fought Antonio Tarver. Now, I went there and I beat a guy that was 21-4. Now, 33 seconds last minute of the 15 seconds of the fight, the guy gave me a cheap shot, and that was the outcome. He gave me a cheap shot behind the neck, and for that, you know, saying it's still on investigation with the commissioner out of Georgia. They're still trying to get a hold of the video to reveal what happened, to overturn the fight to a win or no contest. There has been appeal against it, so I spoke to the commissioner yesterday. I got an email from him. They have not received a video yet to watch what happened, but it is going to be an effect though, where they're going to have to change it over to a no contest, or it'd be like a win from me, but disqualification from him. Because it was 15 seconds of the 6th round when it happened, and I won every round on the scoreboard. So and
Okay,
the referee didn't follow protocol when he did it. He didn't give me a count. He didn't ask me to walk forward to see if I was okay. I put my hands up and I know I was okay. The fight could continue. I just believe that it was a wrong call. It was a wrong call for the referee. He should let the fight continue. But yeah, I just want to clear
Mr.
that up,
Davis.
though.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you
Yes, sir.
speaking to that. I hope they do get to the bottom of it and sort it out. We're concerned about fighter safety and each person we talk to, including yourself. Can you tell me what event you're hoping to fight in?
Excuse me?
Can you tell me what event?
September 9th event.
Okay, the OG
It's on
boxing event.
OGs.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, great. Thank you. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts for Mr. Davis?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Davis, what is your walking around weight right now?
About 240. Walking around weight is 240. When I go, yeah, about 240. Then I cut down to about 230. 238.
Okay, and so this is a heavyweight event? This is a heavyweight event?
Sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Chairman, I have no further questions.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Vella, question. I know we're ways out from September 9th. Matchmaking is going to be critically important, I think, in this case. I assume we don't know where we're headed with the matchmaking as yet. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. So there is an opponent that is tentative, but that bout has not yet been approved. It was pending Mr. Davis's approval with the commission meeting, and then we will be reviewing his opponent for that contest.
Okay, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you keeping an eye on matchmaking should we go forward with this. I have no further questions. The chair would be open to a motion if one exists.
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed the information submitted by our executive director, and I am encouraged by his continuing diligence and observing this fighter and see if we have any further problems in the future. And so with that, I'm willing to make a motion that pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604, being a fighter over age 36, that we grant a renewal license application to Mr. Chad Davis for a 2023 professional boxing license at this point.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have a motion. I am going to second that motion. We now have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Congratulations, Mr. Davis. Take care. We appreciate you
thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Let's press
Can I
on to
be
B3
there,
pursuant to ARS section 5-227. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, guys. Do I have to stay over here, or I'm good to go over here after my meeting is ready? I mean, you told me about my license is okay. So do I need to stay longer, or can I just leave?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this Mr. Barraza?
Yes, it is.
Yes. No, you do not need to stay with us. You can, you need to get out there and cut some weight, Mr. Barraza.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
but
so
no,
much.
you are, yes, you take care. Best of luck.
All right.
Okay, back to B3, which is pursuant to ARS sections 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-T604 for persons over the age of 36. The new license application submitted by Mr. Stephen Chang for a 2023 professional MMA combatant license. Mr. Vella, let's talk about Mr. Chang, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chang is 37 years old. He has had 3 professional MMA bouts, and he has a record of 3-0. Additionally, he had his amateur record wasn't as promising, but he was 1-4 in the amateurs. But he's really turned that around in the professional ranks, and he's doing a good job. His last bout was in February, or excuse me, yeah, it was in February, and he won by a split decision. I do have his training regimen here, and he said that he trains 6 days a week. Monday mornings at 9 a.m. From 9 a.m. to 10:30 is strength and conditioning, and then noon to 2:15 is high intensity grappling. He says Tuesdays at noon he does Muay Thai drills followed by MMA sparring, and typically drills to warm up, and then at least 5-minute rounds of hard sparring. Wednesday from noon to 2:15 he does MMA drills, mostly clinch and wrestling. Thursday is his rest day. Fridays from 10 a.m. to 1, he has one-on-one training, specifically in MMA, and followed by strength and conditioning. And then he does another session from 6 to 8 in the evening, one-on-one as well. He said Saturday from noon to 12:30 he does wrestling, followed by MMA sparring, at least 5-minute rounds. And then Saturday evening he does strength and conditioning, 30 to 45 minutes. He also trains on Sundays. And so I'll note that he says he feels great about his upcoming fight and that he's confident in his ability and looking forward to any challenges. He says that he has not experienced any recent injuries. With that, sir, I'll say that Mr. Chang is in great condition, and I think that I am recommending his approval.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Vella. And we appreciate your deep dives on these guys so we know what we're talking about. That's very helpful. Mr. Pennington, thoughts about Mr. Chang's application?
Mr. Chairman, I have no questions for Mr. Chang.
Okay, I too have none. Chair'd be open to a motion if you have one.
Mr. Chairman, I move that pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-T604 for a fighter over age 36, that we grant a new professional MMA combatant license to Mr. Stephen Chang. And that would be a 2023 professional MMA combatant license.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have a motion, which I am going to second. We now have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Congratulations, Mr. Chang.
Thank you.
Take care now. Thank you for your time. Let's go to C, our information reports. C1 is our event reports. The following events were approved by the Executive Director from June 21st to July 17th. The first was a request from Rough Nation LLC for approval of an MMA event to be held at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona on Saturday, August 26th, 2023. The second, a request from Thunderbolt Boxing LLC for approval of a boxing event to be held at the Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona on Saturday, August 26th, 2023. The third is a request from OG Boxing Promotions LLC for approval of a boxing event to be held at the Glendale Civic Center in Glendale, Arizona on Saturday, September 9th, 2023. And the fourth was a request from Del Sol Boxing Promotions LLC for approval of a boxing event to be held at the Arizona Financial Theater in Phoenix, Arizona on Saturday, September 16th, 2023. 4 great events added to our schedule. Really looking forward to them. I had a couple thoughts. One is I'm looking forward to seeing Mullet Arena. It's a 5,000 seat room that we can add to our growing list of possible venues. So I'm excited about that. And then, Mr. Vela, I have a question how you feel about concurrent events on August 26th. One MMA event at Celebrity Theater and the boxing event at Mullet Arena.
Well, yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I was going to mention that and call to the commission. We've got several of these double events scheduled to take place the remainder of the year, but we have the absolute best support staff. I know that we're prepared for it. We're going to do everything we can to make these events successful and to continue to grow and evolve our commission and our officials to continue doing this for years to come. But we have great staff and we also have great officials that are more than capable of executing these double events. So
I agree. It's not the first time. We've done it many times before, and I have nothing but faith in our people. It's just always, it's a taller order anyway to get all weigh-ins done and everything else for 2 events at the same time. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts about these events?
Mr. Chairman, I concur with your thoughts. And I have observed our referees and other officials doing both events at the same day. So I do think that we've got the capability to handle this.
Very good. I agree.
Mr. Chairman,
we are blessed.
One more comment, if you don't mind. I think that also, it's important to note that not just our staff and our officials, but also our stakeholders, and so our promoters are a big piece of that too. When we have double events, them getting their documents and everything in timely helps to make this possible. So,
no, absolutely. We whether it's double events on a date, anything, we need all your paperwork before it's needed. So please help us help you, and we'll get some great events put together. Well, this looks great. 4 more great events. I'm excited. Let's press on. C2 is a discussion of the Sportgate concussion protocol. Mr. Bella.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. So we're closing in on launching this, and so we are continuing our preparation work internally. We do have we're working on scheduling a meeting with our ringside physicians so that we can get them caught up to speed on the system and familiar with it enough before we launch it. And then we're going to have a soft launch at some events in the near future, and we're going to give the promoters plenty of time in advance, to know so that we can properly prepare together for when we will officially launch this. But again, we want to make sure our ringside physicians are intimately familiar with the system, and then also we're going to meet with them to discuss the logistics and the different ways in which we want to implement this for events, as far as how we'll schedule fighters to be able to take their tests and everything. So it's something that we certainly are not rushing. We don't want to rush and be in a position where we don't have all of our ducks in a row. So again, we've got the software. We're just now getting everybody caught up to speed on how we're going to implement it and how it will work. So very soon we'll be able to launch that. And again, we'll continue communicating in all the commission meetings until that day comes. Okay.
Okay, great. I was going to ask about soft opening or a beta test of sorts. I guess the sooner the better. We've got folks, I hate to single anyone out, but Mr. Chad Davis has potentially a couple concussions in his recent past. I'd love to have him be part of soft opening if we're able to get going by September 9th. But I'm excited. It's high time to get the thing in place. I appreciate all your efforts to do so, and it's going to be a great thing to add to what we do. Commissioner Pennington, what are your thoughts?
Mr. Chairman, I concur with your thoughts, but would ask Mr. Vela to let us know which of the events he plans to do the soft opening, so that we could possibly plan to attend and be able to observe the whole sportscape protocol as we go forward.
It's a great idea, Commissioner. Yes, please, Mr. Vela, please keep us posted, and when you target an event, please let us know.
Yes, sir. I certainly will.
Okay, great things to come. Let's press on to D. Call of the public. Those members of the public wishing to address the commission must attend via video conference and utilize the raise hand function to be recognized by the chair. Time permitting, each presenter will be given approximately 5 minutes to speak. Action taken as a result of public comment will be limited to directing staff to study the matter or ask that the matter be placed on a future agenda. That's pursuant to ARS sections 38-431.01H. Mr. Vela, do we have some raised hands?
Mr. Chairman, it looks like CJ, is your hand raised? Okay, CJ from RUF.
Very good. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. A few things on the concussion protocol. Well, first, I have full faith that you guys are going to be able to pull off doing both events on August 26th. We'll make sure that you have all your documentation and everything from us before then. So we're excited about that. I just visited Mullet Arena the other day. It's pretty awesome. Second, the concussion protocol, we would more than happily volunteer to help out in that beta testing phase with Rough MMA, if that's, appeases the commission. And thirdly, with the Rage in the Cage event that happened last week, are we going to hear anything on why that event was canceled at the door? Is that going to be addressed?
It is not on the agenda, so we won't be speaking to it today.
Okay. The future agenda, possibly?
I would hope so. I think there's some lessons to be learned in there once we get it all sorted. It's yet to come. So more to come on that. I appreciate your volunteering to be part of Sportgate. We'd love to get you involved in it. And and the Mullet Arena you've been in, I think that's a nice kind of not mid-sized, but it's a big arena, but it's not footprint. So it'd be nice to have something like that in the mix.
Absolutely.
So
All
I
right.
appreciate you chiming in. Take
Thank you.
care now.
You as well.
Mr. Vela, anyone else?
Yes, sir. Sophia Magana with United Fight League.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
wanted
great.
to say, I don't know if it's going to be ready, but just like Russ said, you guys are more than welcome to test out the Big Alpha Beta. It's August 12th. This is too soon for the concussion protocol as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We need to all be working together on this, and I really appreciate you throwing your hat in the ring too. Mr. Vela, you have a set of guinea pigs that want to be part of this, so let's get this thing rolling, huh?
Yes, sir. We will continue working on it.
Okay, terrific. Thank you so much. Anyone else, Mr. Vela?
No, sir. I do not see any other hands raised.
Okay, thank you. We press on to E, call to the commission pursuant to ARS section 38-431.02K. Commission members or executive director may introduce a summary of current events, ask questions, and or make comments. Mr. Vela.
Mr. Chairman, we talked about the double events and what's coming up. I just wanted to note that we are planning on November 20th to have a meeting with all of our promoters, matchmakers, external stakeholders, and we'll be sending out invites for this. But anybody that's on the call, promoters, any other stakeholders, please mark November 20th on your calendars. It's going to be a very important meeting. We're going to discuss a plethora of things that are upcoming, and also give an opportunity for us to have kind of a Q&A with our promoters and our stakeholders to identify areas of improvement, and also just ultimately changes that may benefit the industry as a whole. So again, November 20th, please try to attend, as well as, commissioners, you're more than welcomed as well. And it'll be held here at our office, in our office building. So.
Okay. Mr. Bella, do you have a time for that yet? Do you know?
We do not have an established time, but we'll continue to communicate it to get as many people, there. And we'll also, as we prepare an agenda and everything, we'll share that with everybody as well.
Okay. Okay, great. Anything else?
No, sir. At this time, I have no further comments.
Commissioner Pennington.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Bello, what participation is the Arizona Commission going to have in the upcoming ABC conference in Las Vegas? So what are our plans, or your plans, to attend that and have input into it?
Yes, sir. We will be in attendance. Myself, Mr. Juan Estrada, Ms. Caitlin Caputo, and Irania Felix. We will all be in attendance there, as well as some of our officials. I know that the conference agenda is posted on the ABC website. And so all of those matters are things that we'll be discussing over the course of the week. We of course look forward to networking with our colleagues from other jurisdictions, and seeing what there's always something new to learn, and something new that we could possibly implement that could benefit our commission as well. So the dates for that are July 29th through August 4th. So we will be there, and we're looking very much forward to collaborating with our colleagues from other jurisdictions.
That's great. That's super. Thank you.
Agreed. That's a great thing. And it's an important room for us to be in. We have to work with these people across state lines and tribal lines and everything else. So it's important to know who that person at the other end of the phone is too. So I'm glad you're going to be up there for the entirety of it. Commissioner Payne, did you have anything else?
Mr. Chairman, I do not.
Okay. I find myself in the same boat. I have said more than I should have at this point. So I'm going to say item F is an announcement that the next regularly scheduled commission meeting will be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, August 16th, 2023, and is subject to change based on a quorum. Which brings us to G, the possibility of adjournment, which would demand a motion to take place.
Mr. Chairman, I move we adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have a motion, which I'm going to second. We now have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Thank you all for your time. Good things are afoot, and we are officially adjourned. Take care, everybody.